Hey, what's up guys? Alex here in the heart of downtown Toronto, Canada at the southwest corner of Yonge and Dundas Streets right outside the Eaton Centre, just after morning rush hour here on this Tuesday, December the 2nd, 2025, just after 9:40 a.m. And it's around minus 1 degree Celsius, feeling like minus 5, and this is what one of the city's busiest intersections look like on a weekday morning. Yep, not busy at all. Everybody you see here are just locals that are just heading into work. And I did not expect to be here this morning. I would have been starting at Yonge and Dundas Square, but it looks like they're setting up for that holiday fair or whatever it's going to be called. And we got more snow overnight. We got about 4 to 5 centimeters, with way more outside the city. And, I was supposed to be at school today in person. But then while I was on the subway on line 2, I got a notification from one of my professors that class has been moved online. So I decided to get off at Bloor-Yonge Station and take line 1 down here to Dundas Station, which is just about to be renamed to this stupid dumb name, TMU, this Sunday. But I've already spoke my piece about that. We're going to see how quiet it is on a Tuesday morning here in downtown. This place would be very busy on Fridays and during weekends. Okay, that's when all the suburbanites... Actually, no. Most of the commuters that come down here are suburbanites. But, I'm talking about tourists. People from different parts of Ontario or the country or wherever. Yeah, they mostly come here on the weekends. But everybody you see here work around here. Look, there's the Atrium on Bay. That's a retail office complex walking west on Dundas Street West. So yeah, this is just a spur of the moment walking video. I have until 10:50, so I thought I would get off here and make a walking video, since I didn't make anything yesterday. And here's Bay Street. I mean, I was also around here on Black Friday, also in the morning. It was around 10:45. Hey, police officers. And of course, it was Black Friday, so it was slightly busier, but it's just a normal weekday here. All right, we're gonna head down Bay Street. Maybe we'll walk through Nathan Phillips Square and check out. Even though there's not gonna be much activity, we'll see what's happening with the cavalcade of lights. Anyway, I actually just heard, even though we're gonna be going a little bit off topic, they already installed the priority bus lanes on Dufferin Street. Even though the whole project isn't live as yet, they physically installed the lanes. It's just not being enforced as yet. But TTC riders are already, praising the city for their efforts. I'll have to check out the new bus lanes. Johnny is just premiering a video about that. So maybe tomorrow I'll check them out, or I don't know. Maybe if there's no snow on the way. Well, again, we got snow last night, but for the most part, it's going to be sunny throughout the day. Walking south on the west side of Bay Street. We'll check out Nathan Phillips Square. Then I don't know where I'm going to end the video. Yeah, this is the first walking video in the month of December. It's hard to believe we made it to the final month of the year. That's crazy. All right, we got line 6 opening on Sunday. We got Christmas right around the corner. And then probably by next month, line 5 will finally open. They were saying yesterday, of course they couldn't provide an exact timeline, but yesterday was their last day of the 30-day revenue service demonstration. So maybe next week they'll achieve substantial completion And then we'll get ourselves hopefully that long-awaited opening day. I just gotta revise my script, of course, but I've been working on it for quite a while. I've just been way too busy to work on that. Some winter maintenance. But yeah, today's my last class, which has been moved online at the last minute because of the weather conditions. So I mean, like, what the hell's the point of going all the way to Scarborough for like 4 hours? Or rather 3. So I'm gonna go back to Robarts Library after this. I don't know where I'll end the video off. Maybe at King University. There's Old City Hall. I guess all these people in front of me are going inside City Hall, or maybe they're going to duck into the path and reach their destination. And it looks like they're doing construction here, so we have to work our way around that, unfortunately. And the upstairs catwalk is closed for the winter. And I always hear back on Saturday nights for opening of Cavalcade Lights with Sapan and Yoshi, and another new streamer by the name of Vincent Swiss Air. Even though I did see him earlier with Vasily. Hey, the skating rink's open already, but barely any people, so just because everybody's at work. But they did clear off the snow though that installed, so at least they're well prepared. But yeah, nothing really going on here. The lights have already been installed. The tree's lit up. It's just they usually have performances here during the weekends. And this will last all the way till early January. Sponsored by Desjardins. Get a thumbnail here. It's not actually very cold out, surprisingly. Only 4, that's like the lowest number of people I've ever seen on the skating rink here. Because every time I be here, it's always be very, very busy. But I also haven't skated on this rink since like 2019. Skating was fun back in the day. There's a Sheraton Hotel. There's Osgood Hall. We'll go over to York Street, maybe head down a couple of blocks, and then over to King. University Avenue is just a block west of here. Richmond Street West coming up, followed by Adelaide. Why is this person blocking the, well, I mean, it's about to turn, but still. There's a 503 Kingston replacement bus. Yeah, it's interesting. Like I said, I know I was already here back on Friday morning. But again, it's less busier than before because, you know, Black Friday, I mean, everywhere was open earlier. But it's nice to see downtown at a different perspective because, you know, not all the time I'm down here in the morning, so nice to see it like this and everybody is inside working in their freaking offices. We'll find our way to King Street, then we'll head west. Maybe I'll end things off at David Pico Square instead of University and King. We're doing good for time anyway. I was walking up here with Sapan on Saturday nights during his live stream. And also, by the way, you know, Johnny made a video talking about if walk tubing is dying, even though I really don't like that term because I don't consider myself one. I walk, I ride, I talk about urban planning, transit planning, and all that stuff. Well, Johnny sees things different. He makes good points, but he sees things differently because he does this full time. I don't. I'm still in school. I'm still looking for jobs and shit. It was very hard as a 21-year-old. But also, you know, I'm well aware the algorithm changes. Sometimes it screws everything up. Johnny says his views seem to be going down, and even sometimes my transit videos don't often do well. But I noticed that sometimes they don't really get enough views or likes and stuff, not like before. But lines 5 and 6 are opening within the next 2 months, so that's gonna boost a lot of viewership and revenue. It's gonna attract more returning viewers and newer ones as well. So I think the next 2 months are going to be very good. I mean, when I visited Mount Dennis Station and Cedarville Station, I already knew, like, you know, they would already gain views, like 1,000 views in the first few days. But lines 5 and 6 will be even more so because, I mean, these are high priority videos. I want to get them out as soon as possible. And Sunday is no exception for that. Because I plan to make a first ride video heading west to Humber College and then back, and then who knows what else I'll do. And then the next day I'll come back here and do like a regular video, hopefully without all the chaos and shit. But yeah, I sense a bit of but also, you know, there's tons of other channels that you know, do videos like this. It really varies on the person, the city, the geography, and all this stuff. But yeah, there seems to be a lot of competition, especially, you know, with people. It's not that hard. Johnny said it's not hard for, you know, to pick up a phone or camera and just make a video of like talking to yourself, explaining what's happening in the city. But then again, Johnny does his full time. So, I mean, his income, and, you know, I can't discuss that here, but, you know, it's a little bit different. I just do that as a side hustle, even though I know it won't get me anywhere. But at least I still make a bit of money out of that. That's something I wanted to enjoy. That's because Action Kid, who doesn't live in New York anymore, he lives in Asia. A lot of people stopped watching him because of all his Asian content. But I have not unsubscribed for him because Action Kid, I respect very much. He makes great videos. I definitely do miss his New York City videos. But sometimes a bit of his his content from Asia is a little bit interesting, especially the metro videos, the airport videos. But he's been doing a few of these videos recently, you know, where he talks about, you know, the real reason why he left New York City and how hard it is to, you know, date there, and, you know, he thought he'd find it better in Asia. All the best to you, man. All the best. But hopefully we'll see him back here very soon. I really enjoyed, you know, his time here. And, you know, Johnny and Action Kid, they're very good friends, so that's why Johnny made a video in response to that. Because he wanted to discuss a bit of the same. Especially, you know, with this uncertainty with the economy and all that shit, thanks to Donald freaking Trump. But, I mean, times have changed, you know. Life is hard, even for me sometimes. Life can be hard, but as long as I maintain, maybe as long as I keep doing this, and then hopefully by sometime next year I'll finally be working. I don't know. I felt so overconfident, and remember, Gen Z has really struggled at times, and I belong to that group. So, especially as a 21-year-old. At least I enjoy doing something I love to do. We just crossed University Avenue and Simcoe Street. I think I was way too early for that. Roy Thompson Hall, Metro Hall. Again, we'll end things off at David Pico Square. But yeah, this is a couple of points I want to. I thought I discussed this already. I don't think I did though, but you know, it seems like a thing everybody is just thinking about. And no, the term walk movement, it's not dying. I mean, everybody that does it is doing a great job. Even I am. But you know, not all my videos reach they reach hundreds of views, but not thousands of views all the time, because you know I have a smaller audience. I have like almost 4,300 subscribers. Johnny has like 100,000 and something. Also, obviously, he's doing very good. And same with Ken and the others. It just varies. If you really want to get into it, by all means. See, 5 years ago, I knew I wanted to start making a channel like this. This was even before I started watching Johnny. I was watching Retro Old School in Montreal, because he was doing a lot of walking videos in his city, and I actually got the inspiration from him to make these videos. And little did I know I'd be facing competition from Johnny, Ken, and everybody else, you know, which is good. And I knew, you know, when I started, I did like a little interview with Kyle Walker, fairly new vlogger in the city. You could check that out. But you know, as I was saying, right? 5 years ago, I mean, I started this channel. I opened it up in January of 2020. I uploaded my first video, which was literally a random ass video that I just kept on my iPhone 6. Including a few others from then. I just like, you know, why the hell not upload it? And then I started making new videos, but that slowed down immediately after the world shut down because of COVID and the lockdowns, public health measures, restrictions. Yeah, I couldn't do much. And then slowly, I was only limited to making videos in my neighborhoods. At the time, I was still in high school. So, I mean, like, I couldn't do much because obviously I was doing school from online. And eventually I went back in person, but I had to switch back and forth because, you know, mental health issues. But I'm glad that's over now. But it's when the pandemic really took off for Johnny and Action Kid, and Ken, of course. Because, you know, they still went out showing what their respective cities looked like during the lockdowns, because many people couldn't get out at the time, especially older people, seniors and stuff. They want to, like, they feel at home, you know, just watching people walk around their city and just seeing what it's like. And that's how I felt, right? Because during the pandemic, I was watching Johnny and Ken a lot. I even participated in their live chats, and I was kind of getting advice because at the time I was a new YouTuber. I was about to start out and stuff, and look where I am now. So, yeah, things have totally changed. COVID's had an impact on all of us, of course. And I knew I would, see myself in 5 years. I would really be doing this all the friggin' time. Now, we gotta get ready for lines 5 and 6. Those are the major projects. Literally, like, the major things about to happen here. Like, Sunday is gonna be the start of it all. There's the CBC building. But yeah, that's really something I wanted to, get into. So, yeah, you can check out Johnny's video. Maybe you'll have a different opinion. But again, he makes a good point. And the same thing with Action Kid. You do whatever you want. Like, you're an adult. You can make your own choices. All right, we're approaching John Street. I kind of went a little farther than I should have, but that's okay. Downtown's walkable and can get back into... It's not even that cold outside, surprisingly. And I thought it was going to be like minus 12 or something. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. So, thank you very much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for more videos. Check out my others as well. I gotta head to school. Well, not school. I gotta head to Robart's library right after. Luckily, it's not far. I'll just hop into the subway and get off at St. George and walk back there and set myself up. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Adios. Happy holidays. Peace out. Bye-bye.